At 92, Lily still starts her mornings with a brisk walk, a cup of green tea, and a smile that radiates wisdom and joy. She moves with confidence, her mind sharp, her spirit unshaken. What's her secret? Simple, she stopped doing things that drained her energy, harmed her body, and held her back. If you're between 65 and 75, there are habits you need to drop immediately to thrive like Lily. Let's start with the first one. You might be guilty of this without even realizing it. 1. Stop ignoring strength training. For years, Lily believed that walking was enough to keep her strong. She never lifted weights, assuming strength training was for bodybuilders. But at 70, she noticed something alarming. Getting up from a chair required more effort, grocery bags felt heavier, and her balance wasn't what it used to be. Then, a minor fall made her realize her muscles were weakening, and her bones were at risk. The biggest mistake? Thinking strength training is unnecessary after a certain age. The truth is, after 50, we lose muscle mass rapidly, unless we actively work to maintain it. And no, you don't need to lift heavy dumbbells, resistance bands, light weights, or even bodyweight exercises, like squats and wall push-ups, can do wonders. Margaret decided to give it a try. At first, she struggled with simple exercises, but within weeks, she noticed a difference. She felt steadier, her arms stronger, and her daily activities became easier. And the best part? Her confidence soared. Muscle strength isn't just about lifting things. It's about independence. It's about getting out of a chair effortlessly, walking without fear of falling, and maintaining a body that supports you, not limits you. If you've been avoiding strength training, it's time to rethink that choice. Your future self will thank you. Now let's talk about another habit that could be silently harming you every single night. 2. Stop skimping on quality sleep. Lily used to believe that sleep was something she could cut corners on. I'll rest when I'm tired, she'd say, staying up late to watch TV or scrolling through her phone in bed. But as the years went by, she noticed a shift. Mornings felt sluggish, her energy dipped midday, and her memory wasn't as sharp as it used to be. One night, after tossing and turning for hours, she realized something. Her body was begging for real rest, not just a few hours of light sleep. And she's not alone. Many women over 65 struggle with poor sleep habits, thinking it's just part of aging. But here's the truth. Sleep isn't just about resting, it's about repairing. Your brain, heart, and muscles depend on deep sleep to keep you thriving. So Lily made some changes. She started going to bed at the same time every night, even on weekends. She swapped out late-night TV for a calming book, dimmed the lights an hour before bed, and traded her phone screen for a warm cup of chamomile tea. The results? She woke up feeling refreshed, her mind clearer, and her body stronger. If you're waking up exhausted or relying on naps to get through the day, it's time to take your sleep seriously. Cut back on caffeine late in the day, make your bedroom a peaceful sanctuary, and stick to a bedtime routine. Your future self will thank you. But sleep isn't the only thing affecting your energy levels. What you eat can be just as important. Let's talk about a common habit that could be making you feel sluggish every day. 3. Stop eating processed foods daily. Lily always considered herself a healthy eater. She never overindulged in sweets, and she kept her portions reasonable. But she had a habit of relying on convenient, packaged foods, a microwavable meal here, a few crackers there, and the occasional fast food run when she didn't feel like cooking. It seemed harmless, but over time she started noticing something. Her energy dipped after meals, her digestion felt sluggish, and her joints ached more than usual. A routine doctor's visit confirmed what she suspected. Her blood pressure was creeping up, and her inflammation markers were high. That's when it hit her. The processed foods she had considered harmless were working against her body, not for it. The problem? Processed foods are often loaded with hidden sugars, unhealthy fats, and preservatives that cause inflammation, weight gain, and even cognitive decline. They might be convenient, but they rob your body of essential nutrients needed to stay strong and energized. Lily decided to make a change. She started swapping out packaged snacks for fresh fruit and nuts. Instead of pre-made frozen meals, she prepped simple, wholesome dishes using whole foods, lean proteins, leafy greens, and healthy fats like olive oil and avocado. She didn't go on a restrictive diet or make drastic changes, just small, consistent swaps, and within weeks the difference was undeniable. Her energy stabilized, her digestion improved, and her joint pain lessened. Even better, her blood pressure went down, and her doctor was impressed. If you find yourself reaching for convenience foods out of habit, consider making the shift. You don't have to eliminate everything overnight, just start replacing processed options with fresh whole foods. Your body will thank you with better energy, less pain, and a healthier, longer life. Now, speaking of health, there's one more mistake many women make, one that could be impacting your mobility more than you realize. Let's talk about it next. 4. Stop avoiding exercise out of fear of injury. When Lily turned 70, she started feeling a little more hesitant about staying active. She'd hear stories about older women who fell while exercising, or worse, injured themselves during a yoga class or a brisk walk. Her joints were stiff in the mornings, and she wasn't sure whether pushing herself physically might do more harm than good. But after a few months of feeling sluggish and restless, Lily realized she was doing herself a disservice by avoiding exercise altogether. Not moving was affecting her energy levels, her mood, and even her sleep. It wasn't just about avoiding injury, it was about staying healthy, strong, and mobile. Lily's first step was to take a deep breath and acknowledge that not all exercise is risky. She started with low-impact activities like water aerobics and stretching, making sure she stayed within her comfort zone. The key, she learned, was consistency, not intensity. Slowly she built up her strength, improving her balance and flexibility, while keeping the risk of injury low. For seniors, exercise isn't about lifting heavy weights or running marathons. It's about maintaining functional strength, mobility, and balance. If you're avoiding exercise out of fear, take it one step at a time. Start with walking, chair exercises, or gentle yoga. Your body is more capable than you realize, and staying active will help keep you independent and vibrant for years to come. But exercise isn't the only thing that affects your physical well-being. Let's talk about another mistake many women make, one that can sneak up on you as you age: neglecting your posture. 5. Stop slouching and ignoring your posture. Lily noticed it one day when she was brushing her hair in front of the mirror. Her shoulders were slumped, her back wasn't as straight as it used to be. I'm getting older, she thought, but then she realized this wasn't just about aging, it was about bad habits that had built up over the years. Slouching, hunching over, and poor posture were becoming a part of Lily's daily routine, and she could feel the effects. Her neck and back started to ache more, and it was harder to sit or stand for long periods. Over time, bad posture can lead to chronic pain, decreased flexibility, and even breathing difficulties. But Lily wasn't going to let her posture hold her back. She started focusing on strengthening her core muscles, as well as gently stretching her back and shoulders every day. She'd do a few stretches before bed, and in the morning, along with paying more attention to how she sat during meals and when watching TV. She even added standing up for a quick walk or stretch every hour when working around the house. The result? Lily felt better. Her back pain lessened, she had more energy, and she felt stronger overall. If you find yourself slouching or struggling with posture, try these simple solutions. Strengthen your core with gentle exercises, like seated marches or gentle Pilates. Pay attention to how you sit, whether at your desk, dinner table, or while watching TV. A little extra attention to your posture can make a big difference in your daily comfort and overall well-being. As we're on the subject of physical health, there's one more thing to consider, something that could impact your future mobility and independence. Let's dive into that next. 6. Stop ignoring your bone health. When Lily reached her mid-70s, she started feeling more cautious about her bone health. She'd read stories about women who'd broken bones after a fall, and realized that bone density becomes more of a concern as we age. Lily's grandmother had struggled with osteoporosis, and she didn't want to make the same mistakes. Many women don't realize that bone health requires attention long before they feel any pain. The first step is understanding that bones need consistent care through weight-bearing activities and the right nutrients. For Lily, this meant increasing her calcium intake and making sure she was getting enough vitamin D. She also began walking more regularly, a simple yet effective weight-bearing exercise that helps maintain bone strength. Lily made small changes like eating more leafy greens, dairy and fortified foods, along with ensuring she spent some time outside each day for vitamin D. She didn't overdo it, just steady, consistent habits that supported her bones. If you're not paying attention to your bones, you might be putting yourself at risk. Add a daily walk to your routine, ensure your diet includes enough calcium and vitamin D, and consider talking to your doctor about supplements or other ways to strengthen your bones. With the right care, you can help prevent fractures and maintain your independence. And as we wrap up the second part of our list, let's explore something that's often overlooked but can have a huge impact on your emotional and mental health. 7. Stop isolating yourself from loved ones. Lily always loved spending time with her family, her daughter, her grandkids, and even her friends from the neighborhood. But as she got older, she found herself withdrawing more often. Sometimes she'd skip social events because she felt too tired or felt like she was a burden. The truth was, Lily didn't want to be a hassle to anyone. One day, after missing yet another family dinner, Lily sat down with her daughter. She shared how lonely she'd been, how she sometimes felt out of place at gatherings, or like she didn't have much to contribute anymore. Her daughter, with a compassionate smile, reassured her that nothing could be further from the truth. "We need you, Mom. You're part of the family's heart," she said. That conversation was a turning point for Lily. She realized that isolating herself only made things harder. Her loved ones wanted to spend time with her, not out of obligation, but because they truly enjoyed her company. Lily began attending more gatherings, even if it meant resting beforehand, and she reconnected with old friends. For anyone in their 70s, it's important to keep those connections alive. Loneliness can affect not just your emotional well-being, but also your physical health. Isolation can lead to depression, cognitive decline, and even poor sleep. So make it a priority to reach out to loved ones, even if it's just a phone call or a quick visit. You don't have to do everything. Simply being around those you care about can work wonders for your mental health. Now, while relationships are vital, there's something else that could be impacting your emotional well-being that we need to discuss, something that tends to become more pronounced as we age: stress. 8. Stop holding on to unresolved stress. Lily was no stranger to stress. Between her career, raising kids, managing a home, and taking care of everyone around her, life had been a whirlwind. But as she entered her 70s, Lily realized that she had been carrying around emotional baggage, old worries, regrets, and frustrations. She had often pushed them down or brushed them off, thinking that time would help heal everything. But time didn't heal her stress, it only piled it on. Lily noticed that she was sleeping poorly, often waking up in the middle of the night with her mind racing. Her stomach hurt, and she had headaches more often. It became clear that unresolved stress was taking a toll on her health. Lily made the decision to address her stress head-on. She started journaling her thoughts, taking long walks to clear her mind, and practicing deep breathing exercises. She even talked to a counselor to help work through some of the emotional baggage she had been carrying. Lily learned that it wasn't about getting rid of stress, it was about managing it in healthy ways. For women in their 70s, it's crucial to recognize the physical and emotional toll that stress can take. Acknowledge it, confront it, and find healthy ways to cope. Meditation, deep breathing, or just talking things out with a trusted friend can go a long way. Taking the time to release that built-up tension will improve your quality of life and allow you to enjoy the present more fully. On a similar note, there's another issue that's often overlooked: how our mindset can affect our health as we age. 9. Stop neglecting your mental health. Lily had always been a positive person, but as the years passed, she found herself becoming more anxious about the future. She'd read about the health challenges that come with aging and couldn't help but worry about her own. Would she lose her independence? Would she have to rely on others? What if something happened to her? This worry began to consume her, especially at night. Lily realized she wasn't just worrying about her health. She was worrying about everything. After speaking with a therapist, Lily discovered that many of her fears were exaggerated, rooted in her need to control the future. She had been so focused on what might go wrong that she wasn't enjoying the present. As we age, it's easy to let worries and uncertainties take hold. But prioritizing your mental health is just as important as caring for your body. Seek support when needed, engage in activities that bring you peace, and remember to practice gratitude daily. Your mind and body will thank you for it. The truth is, aging is a journey, and with each passing year, it's important to keep evolving, growing, and taking care of ourselves, physically, mentally, and emotionally. If we stop doing these things that no longer serve us, we create space for healthier habits, stronger relationships, and a life filled with joy and vitality. So let go of the past habits that are holding you back and embrace a future of empowerment and health. And you've got this. And the best is yet to come. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips and share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Let's continue thriving together.